When I started this video series, I had no idea how to do an intro for a video. And now look at me. I've already talked about the facial expressions at length, but look at this! From an animation perspective, it's one of Volume 9's biggest strengths for sure. Let me tell you, we've come a long way since Volume 1. This one shot of Raven has so much emotional depth that I was just in utter disbelief. And speaking of Raven, the Summer Rose flashback is brief, but so good! The gentle sound of the clock in the background gives off a slightly foreboding vibe while she stands in front of the window. I love the exchange with Ty as well. It just felt human, for lack of a better description, and the lighting is gorgeous. Seeing Raven in awe at Summer coldly leaving her children behind really makes me wonder what her final mission was truly about. They've successfully planted the seeds of intrigue. It's always a pleasure to see Curious. I've spoken about him a lot before, so I'm just not going to repeat myself here. He's great. This one impact frame of the cat and Neo fracturing is awesome. I'm gonna just put it right here alongside Chapter 9. Martín González scored this chapter, and it's pretty good. The synthesized instruments reminded me a bit of Kevin Penkin's work from Made in Abyss. They did reuse the one track from the lily pad scene, but I like it, so I'll let it slide this time. There was also this musical idea that was introduced at the end of Chapter 2 that got a couple more uses in the finale for Neo and Ruby's major scenes. While I'm on the subject of Ruby, I should probably quickly discuss the scene where the thing happens. In my humble opinion, the 2 minutes and 45 seconds between 6:30 and 9:15 are some of the most spine-tingling, hype-as-hell, flawlessly animated, musically cathartic, downright perfect moments Ruby has ever put to screen. Although I could have done without this dialogue, but it's fine. Put that down. Was Ruby's character decision a bit rushed? Sure, but Volume 9's themes and story beats are so straightforward that I can't even knock the show for that. When I heard the Red Like Roses melody followed by a gorgeous Monty Ohm tribute and Ruby wielding Crescent Rose with absolute proficiency, I actually, honest to God, started crying. I'm so happy. And the team combo! Here's something that surprised me. I was under the impression that Neo's character was irredeemable after the tea party and on a path to certain death by the end of the season. But no, we're doing the nuance thing again, or whatever. Chapter 10 actually gave Neo a heartfelt send-off, and what's even crazier is it worked for me. Medium, somewhat, is adorable. I'm really looking forward to seeing them return with Neo in Volume 13 when they open up the endgame portals and finally fight Voldemort. Also, fun little detail, Lucy Christian is credited twice at the end because Somewhat is technically a new character. I was mentally prepared for the chapter to end right here, but instead we got a pretty big info dump, and I'm okay with it for some reason. Imagery, score, and sound design did some heavy lifting for sure, but I really enjoyed the exposition this time around. Volume 9, what have you done to me? Also, we've now introduced a higher power than the actual gods, so chances are very high that the Ever After will be of major importance to the story in later volumes. This knife twirling animation and sound effect is really cool. I didn't know where to put it in the video, I just wanted to talk about it. Not gonna lie, when I heard the blacksmith say when, I panicked for a moment because I thought they were just gonna go back in time to fix things, but no, they went forward. Crisis averted, carry on. This shot of them walking through the portal combined with a fresh spin on This Will Be the Day gave me mad chills, and it really feels like we're stepping into a brand new era of this show. It serves its purpose well enough, but Curious's final form just being Incineroar is not as interesting as it could have been. Oh, come on! Hey, somebody called Donkey Kong. We got some bananas up in here. Doesn't ruin the episode for me, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed. I was really looking forward to seeing the other characters react to Jean back at home. What worries me most, however, is this idea that they're just undoing Jean's experiences and character progression. The gray streaks in his hair indicate permanence, though, and they give me a glimmer of hope that they're not just gonna sweep it under the rug. So, was Chapter 10 a perfect finale? Who cares? It's so much fun! What a wild ride this season was. Certainly the most joy I've ever gotten following Ruby week by week. Volume 9, as it currently stands, is my favorite volume of Ruby. Every vocal song Casey and Martín worked on is a banger. The sound design is superb, the character animations and environments are more detailed than ever, and each and every new character was a marvelous addition. But with that enjoyment comes a generous dose of concern. The one thing I want above all else is for my favorite volume of Ruby to matter. Ruby coming to grips with herself and reverting Jean's appearance serve to essentially reset the status quo. If they meaningfully represent the impact this journey has had on the characters, Volume 9 cannot be considered filler. But the signs are there, and I'm very worried. Rooster Teeth, if you don't want people to call Volume 9 a filler season, now is your chance to prove it's not. I'm planning on making a full review of Volume 9 in the future, especially since quite a few of my opinions have changed since making my previous videos. I regret making the CL bit especially. I'm sorry. I'll do better, I swear. But in actuality, the real reason why this is my favorite season of Ruby is because it didn't have Cinder in it. Hey guys, thanks for putting up with my nonsense over the past 2 months. It's been a journey. I'd like to give a special shout out to SolidSnake.mp3 and DaVinci's zoom in transition for helping me get through this hard time. In all seriousness though, I just made these videos because I wanted to. I didn't have the slightest clue as to just how much support I was gonna get. Every day I wake up to a comment saying nice things about me, I get major imposter syndrome. Apparently, I even persuaded some people to watch Volume 9 who were planning on skipping it? I just think that's crazy. Glad to have you on board though. I've got some plans for the future, so if you liked this series, be sure to stick around. A friend and I are doing some interesting things with Volume 5. More info on that soon, maybe. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna hibernate for a few weeks. That's all from me. Catch you later.